welcome back to my channel, Moments with Miatta. I know it's been forever and I'm so sorry, but I've been in grad school and that takes up so much time. Anyways, so today I wanted to do a makeup look, this one that you're seeing here, and I was like, why not just film it, because I do have some new palettes that I wanted to try. I recently got the Festival Juvia's Place palette and the Nubian Earth palette from Juvia's Place, and I just wanted to try them out. So this is what I created with those palettes today. If you want to see how I got this look, keep watching this video. First, I start by priming my face with the Grippy Serum by Maybelline, and I put that all over my face, even under my chin. And of course, I did all my skincare and prep before this. And then I color correct with this LA Girl Pro Concealer in this color, and I put it everywhere that I have a dark mark or discoloration on my face. And then I take this flat brush and blend it out. Next, I begin with my eyebrows, where I will brush them out and then I will fill them in with a brown eyebrow pencil. I like when my eyebrows look kind of thick, so I just fill in all the space that I see, and I make sure I leave the front of the eyebrows alone so that I can get that gradient effect of light to dark. Next, I go in with this NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, and I just put it at the high point of my eyebrows and on my eyelids as an eyelid primer. And then I will go in with this angled brush to conceal the front part of my eyebrows, but I'll use a shade of concealer that's closer to my skin tone. I will then use the angled brush to blend everything out, make sure I like how the line of the eyebrow looks. Then it's time to blend. So blend all of that concealer, blend it all the way onto my eyelids, make sure everything is seamless, and I'll do the same on the other eyebrows. Make my line how I want it and blend. And using a new brush, I will go in with the concealer that's my shade and just clean up the top part of my eyebrows. Make sure everything is seamless and smooth and straight the way I like it. Just make sure you do your eyebrows according to your face shape, because the way I like the shape of my eyebrows may not be the shape that you might like or that might be flattering for your face. So just do it according to your face shape. After I do my brows, then I will start doing my foundation, and this time I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade 368, and I love this foundation. I've been using it since college, and I just feel like the color fits me so well. It oxidizes well, and I make sure to put the foundation even under my neck, just so that there's no harsh line. And then I use my Morphe setting spray just to melt the foundation and concealer together. Then I will go in and start contouring with my e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand in the shade Tan Deep. And then I will put that in the places that I like to contour, which is my nose, my cheekbones, and under my chin and jawline. And then I will blend it in. And when I blend this, I'm mostly just tapping it in because I don't want to move the color anywhere. I just want to press it into the foundation. So that's what I'm doing here, is tap, tap, tapping. And I make sure to get a brush that is flat. I'm going to start on my eyeshadow, and first I will set my eyelids with the Airspun Loose Face Powder, and I will tap that in so there's no transfer onto my under eye, and I will do it on both eyes. Once I feel satisfied with that, I'll go in with my Festival palette by Juvia's Place, and I started off with the Eerie G shade, the bright pink, and I started with that in my crease. And you notice here I'm tapping the color in, I'm not brushing it in. My brush is a bit flat and hard, so it's perfect for transferring the color into exactly where I want it, so it's not all over the place. Now I'll go in with the Nubian Earth palette, and I will take that sandy shade at the bottom left and just put that above where the pink is as a transition shade between my eyebrow bone and the pink shade. After that, I went back into the Festival palette and used the Oro color, which is the yellow color, and I put that all over my lid and right below the crease where the pink is, and I even dragged it out out into the outer corners of my eye, and then I blended out the pink again using the same brush that I used before. Once I'm satisfied with how that looks, I will begin my winged liner, and I start off with the outer corner of the wing, and I drag it into the eye. I'm used to using an eyeliner pen, so me using this kind of eyeliner is kind of new for me, so don't mind the mess ups that I'm doing here, but I don't really know how to explain what to do. You just kind of do it. Try to make the line as straight as possible and fill in any spaces that you might see. And one thing that I've been really liking is the inner corner of my eyeliner, so I make sure to extend that inner corner liner and make it a little longer to outline the inner corner of my eye, my inner canthal. And then I try to fill it in as best as possible. So again, I don't really know how to explain it. Just watch and learn, I guess. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. And to clean up the line, I will go in with my angled brush again, and I will use that same concealer that I used on my eyebrow to make the line straighter and sharper. And then I will drag it down. That way it's easier to blend when I'm ready to blend. Now for my under eye, I went in with my LA Girl Pro concealer in the color medium beige, I believe. And then I just focused it right under my eye. And in the inner corner, I used the Can't Stop Won't Stop NYX concealer again because it's brighter and I just like the brighter look. So I will let that sit on my eye for a little while so that way the concealer can dry a little bit, and then I will start off with my Danessa Myricks blush in the shade Dancing Queen, and this is the powder cream brush, I don't know, but I love this shade. And then I will just focus it on my high points of my cheeks, and then I take my blush and blend it out, and then I will spray my face with Morphe setting spray again, and then let that dry a little bit. While everything is drying, I will go on and put my eyelashes on, and then I will blend my concealer out and focus it right where I put it, so I won't drag it into any other area. I like to focus it right in the middle of my face, and I like to highlight just the middle of my nose bridge and my forehead. Those are the only places that I will add concealer to because I like to focus in the middle. And I went back in with my contour brush with no added product just to make sure the concealer stayed where I wanted it to. Then I will set that with my Airspun setting powder, and I will tap that in all the places that I highlighted, and I'm trying to be very careful so I don't get that powder on my blush areas because it can easily wash out the blush. When I'm satisfied with all the powder, I will go in with my bronzer, my NYX Buttermilk bronzer, and I will put that in all the places that I contoured earlier. And now I will blend it out with my setting powder in a shade that's closest to my skin shade, starting from under my neck all the way in all the areas, including the places that I highlighted and added the setting powder to. And I'm using small tapping motions just to make sure the product sticks to my face. And then under my eye, I will use a little bit of a sweeping motion to get all that excess setting powder off. I forgot to film this part, but I did use some Morphe setting spray before I added my highlighter. And then I put my highlighter on the high points of my cheeks. And you see that glow, right? You see it. And I went back into my palette and added a little extra color in the inner corner of my eye, right above my liner. Then on my bottom line, I went in with that same pink shade and put it on my bottom lashes. And I then went in with some mascara and put that on my bottom lashes as well and just brushed it out. And I still put mascara on my top lashes even when I have lash strips on. And now it's time for the lips, my favorite part. So I start off with this brown liner that I got from the beauty supply, line my lips as best as I can, and then I will use my Victoria's Secret liquid lipstick in the color Innocence. And I love this lipstick, and I know it looks crazy right now, but just trust the process. I blend the lipstick into the lip liner, and then I will add any brown lip gloss that I can find. So today I am using, I don't even know what it's called, but yeah, this is the final look after blending the lip gloss with the lipstick. And I did spray my face one last time, and that's it. That's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end. And I will see you in the next video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.